What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GameTime Podcast. August 31st, we are coming to you on this beautiful Sunday, the week before NFL football starts. We are a couple days away from that, but college football is full swing in full effect, and we all three are chomping at the bit to talk about what we saw yesterday. We've got a certain national championship team fan that is ready to talk about me and Darrell, because last week when we did our predictions for Texas and Ohio State, I got up out of my chair, I threw on my Longhorns hoodie, and I said, Ramon, I'm sorry, but I got to go with the Longhorns. So I know Ramon's ready to get into it. I'm ready to get into it. Darrell, I better have some fire out of Darrell today after what Florida State did to those Crimson Tide. And I'm going to get on Kalen DeBoer because I've always felt a certain way about the Kalen DeBoer hire that I'm going to talk about today. But we start with the big one, the game, Texas versus Ohio State. It is time to overreact just a little bit today, folks. I mean, Arch Manning, he is getting, the memes were amazing. Some of the best memes I've ever seen. I'm going to read you guys this tweet to set the tone of how good these memes were today. And I may get a laugh here out of Ramon. Somebody tweeted, why don't y'all call Arch Manning a Nepo baby like y'all did Shadura and Bronny? Just a huge amounts of overreaction after yesterday's game. What is your guys' thoughts on Texas and Ohio State? Ohio State getting the win 14-7.
Before we start, because I'm a Buckeye fan, I'm gonna defend Manning just a little bit.
Okay.
Small bit. Why don't he get as much criticism as Bronny and Shador? He did. Quit the kid, as the kids would say, quit the cap. He did. Now, Bronny's first game was against people in the G League, and he didn't do well. Shador's first game was against what? People in TCU? His first,
and they lost 50%. The year after they were runner-up,
They lost 50% of their roster that summer and spring in the portal. Manning's first game was against the defending champion with maybe the best secondary in college football.
First of all, you're wrong. There's no maybe when it comes to that. You know what I feel about.
I'm just giving them some slack. Maybe the best, maybe 3 first rounders in the secondary against maybe the best team in college football. Maybe in one of the hardest places in the world to play college football. You know, that's a lot with an offensive line that took a complete hit. So
you were spot on about the offensive line, though, by the way.
What'd you say?
I said you were spot on. They made a lot of they got a lot of penalties.
You cannot evaluate him the same because their circumstances and environment wasn't the same. You know? So you expected a lot out of him. He was hyped up a lot, but they didn't take into account that he was walking into a setup, an ambush. All right. With that being said, OH.
And to that point, you know, Ramon, we talked about it when we talked about the game, the matchup, right? I picked Texas as well. But I also said, you know, this young man, this is his first game in that type of an environment with the type of heat that's coming with the name that he has on the back of his jersey. You know, none of these people that are talking would have done any better. And if you look at the whole totality of it, to me, as a player, he didn't embarrass himself. It's just the fact that the name on the back of the jersey is what people are trying to measure him on. He didn't embarrass himself. That was a hard-fought game. Both teams played their butts off, and both teams were a little bit conservative because they realized it's real men over there on the other side. So all that comes into play, in my opinion.
And we got to understand that there was very little film defensively on Ohio State because they changed defensive coordinators. So what film do you have?
And
you don't
quarterback too.
You can't say, look, hey, I'm looking at last year's film. This D coordinator likes to do this, this, and this. When we show these different formations or these different movements, we have no film on this guy. We had to go back to like the Patriots or whatever like that, which personnel is completely different, you know, to game plan to what possibly Ohio State would do defensively, man. This was the worst situation he could have walked in.
Yeah. No, you got to tip your hat, right? Oftentimes we get all emotional about our teams and we get fired up, but this is a perspective from an Ohio State fan who's saying, "Listen, let's pump our brakes here a little bit. This is week 1. This isn't week 12." And I'm gonna tell you this: no Heisman Trophy winning quarterback or running back has had top game after game after game during that season. They all had a little bit of a dud. And that's okay. Back to play again. I still think that the young man's going to get better and better. And like I said to y'all 2 weeks ago, I don't believe he comes out in the draft this year because I don't think he's physically ready. But I've been saying that. Everybody's saying, "Hey, tank for Manning." I don't think he's wired. Their family's not wired like that. So I think he's going to play 2 seasons at Texas, and then at the end of next season, let's see what happens with Mr. Manning.
Yeah, I don't think he comes up till next year as well.
Do you guys remember what Peyton Manning's first start was at Tennessee?
Was it Florida?
No. Let me let y'all know what it is. First start was against Washington State, October 1st, 1994. They won 10-9. Peyton Manning completed 7 passes for 7 of 14 passes for 79 yards.
Terrible. What a terrible. I'm sure he turned out to be nothing, right? I'm sure he did nothing in the NFL, right?
He had a bad first NFL game too.
He had a bad first year in the NFL.
Yeah.
He still holds the record for most interceptions as a rookie quarterback. So
my brother-in-law played for that team. He was the receiver, Aaron Bailey. We were sitting in the stands. And I'm telling my grandmother, "Hey, you gotta stop cursing at Peyton Manning. That's Archie Manning right in front of us, and you're gonna get Aaron. You're gonna get AB cut, or traded or something."
Yeah, so good point. Good point, Ramon. Good call. Clearly, you got the notes on that, and that's what we're talking about. Everybody's up in such a look. He's a bust. Bust from what? Bust from what? Where are your expectations?
Yeah, we know that. It's crazy. But let's get back to the game and then Buckeyes.
So hey, listen. We usually go first. The floor is yours, man.
No. I want Isaiah to go first because he said he got a lot of stuff to get off his chest. I want to hear.
No, I have something to say about Kalen DeBoer. I mean, this game, I don't have much to say. I think both offenses look really bad in the first. I mean, Ohio State got a touchdown, but I think first quarter it was rough on both sides. I don't think either team offensively looked great. I think Ohio State for me, I think what made the difference was Ohio State found an effect. They found their way offensively by running the football. Julian saying he didn't do nothing great, but he did what he needed to do. He hit his short throws. He found the open man. He got into rhythm. And Arch just never got into rhythm in this game until the fourth quarter, and it was too late at that point. I think it was a battle of the defenses. Both defenses look good. Ohio State's defense looks good. Texas didn't look bad either. Offensively, Texas struggled. I think they need to give Wingo the ball way more than they did in the game. He didn't get the ball enough, I feel like, because he was the one creating a lot of the offense for Texas. Ohio State looked good. Jeremiah Smith should have probably got the ball more. I think that was my only complaint. They couldn't seem to find Smith the ball, but I think that just give credit to Texas on their defense. They did a good job at containing Jeremiah Smith because it's going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to stop him. You're just going to want to contain him. So for week 1, defenses look great. I think offenses both need a little bit of work, and I agree with Darrell. I don't think Arch Manning comes out of the draft enters the draft this year. I don't think there's any need to. I think if he came out this year, he'd probably be a top 5 pick because maybe not only because of the name, but also
how could he be a top 5 pick when all those memes say he's a failure? Come on, man.
Those memes are great.
Say he's a failure. That's my point.
Those memes are great.
They're nice for to get some smiles and laughs. But if we want to talk, seriously about the game,
I agree.
And how the season goes. Yeah, it's just it's just one of those. That's the world we're in now, right? Everything's a meme. But I'll say this about saying and Arch yesterday. What I saw was their coach is not putting them in negative situations.
Oh my goodness!
Short passes, conservative offense on both sides.
Thank
right?
You.
And for me, that's kind of the expected. You're going to see who blinks first, right? And neither team blinked in the first half.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And think about it. Going into the fourth quarter is a 14-7 game.
I completely agree with you. I thought, we got to the second quarter and they're punting the ball again, and I'm like, man, neither team will open up this offense. I mean, I wish they would have, maybe not Ohio State, because I know Sayin's like, he's a true freshman, correct?
Freshman, but yeah, this
like,
is his first live action.
With Arch, so probably Texas, more on Texas. I would have liked to see them open up the offense a little bit more. I get what you're saying, see who blinks first, but it got to a point where it was still 0-0, and I'm sitting here like, man, like, I wish one of these teams would open up the offense and give us something to watch a little bit here.
But if you're Texas, that's a win. You're on the road.
Fair. No, that's fair.
95,000, defending champs, best offensive player on the other side, best defensive player on the other side. Are you kidding me? That's a win. So you saw Texas when they came out in the third quarter. They did open up that drive. It yielded them the 4th and 1 that they failed on the tush push. So they did say, okay, we're going to hold a little something back for the second half. And they did, but it wasn't wide open like you would see Texas when they play against Oklahoma this year in Game 7 or whatever. It's not that. It wasn't that type of open. Again, you can say the same thing about Ohio State as well, too. Jeremiah had 2 drops in the first half, and I'm like, well, what's wrong? I'm thinking, who's paid this guy off? He doesn't drop balls, man. He's the size of Darrell Owens, but he's got the hands of Jerry Rice. I mean, he those are 2 blatant drops he had, in the first half. But he made up for it. He made up for it, right? So for me, it was a slugfest. It may not have scored a lot of points, 21 points. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Anybody who watches football like that was a good game. Hard hitting game, and it was a game that it was still in doubt with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
All right, Ramon, take it away.
I don't think it was ever in doubt. Never worried about that. What I do think is this: there's a lot of other things that we need to add into this thing. Ohio State offensively, think they look great. All right, people may say they only scored 14 points. Guess how many sacks they gave up? 0 sacks. 0 sacks. Sayin was 13 for 20 with 3 drops. Your best receiver and the best tight end out of the portal. Those 3, if they typically catch it, he's now 16 for 20, which was about, 80%? That would put him probably somewhere close to 200 yards with drives keep going. So I'm cool with that. You play in a top 5 defense in Texas. You have a brand new offensive coordinator, a brand new quarterback. Yep, you're going to be conservative. Let your running game and your defense win.
Yeah.
Ease them in. College football has no preseasons. So you really can't tell where your offense is until you get there and you open up against the best team supposedly in the country. So I applaud them for being conservative, bringing them along slowly, both the coordinator and the quarterback. I applaud them for being run heavy. I applaud the offensive line for showing up and saying, okay, you can put the game on our backs and we'll win it. The defense, shoot, what? How many goal line, 4th down stands did they have? Incredible.
Yeah.
How many turnovers did Ohio State have? How many did they give away? None.
Yep, 0.
That's a clean, good game.
Penalties as well.
Yep, no penalties or very few. It's not.
I think they had 2, and they were on both in the second half.
It's not exciting. It's not entertaining, but man, it's darn good football.
I want to go.
Darn good football.
I want to go to the Arch interception. I don't think that interception was like his fault. I think the receiver. The receiver, when I saw the replay, the receiver got open. I think the corner made a good play. I mean, he got out in front of the.
He threw that ball late.
He did. Okay,
he was late with the ball. That was the issue.
Yeah,
he was way late with that ball. On that
100%. 100%
wide open. When he hitched,
mm-hmm.
It was over. You can hitch when you're playing, McNeese State. You can't hitch when you're playing the top defensive backfield in all of college football. Can't hitch that way. No, he was late on that ball. I know exactly what you're talking about. He was absolutely late with that ball.
A lot of young quarterbacks have that problem.
Yep. Because they want to wait till a guy gets open. The talent is not going to let you wait until Isaiah Hoffman's open. As they say, you got to throw him open. That's
so
what you got to
do. Break it down a little bit for me, because when I saw it, I was like, and then I saw the replay, I was like, man, I mean, so how late was he? Like, was it super
real
late or?
So you
really
know the play.
Tick and a half late.
Here's the simple. You know the route. You're the quarterback. You know what route he's running.
Mm-hmm.
You got to throw that before he come out of the break. Yeah. So when he come out of the break, it's there. After he comes out of the break, now everybody know where it's going.
And you saw on the replay, you saw the ball when he comes out the break. Now you see the ball coming into the frame out of his arm. Too late. Too late. You can't. Again, I'm not some quarterback guru, but I've heard enough of them say the same thing. When he's open, it's too late.
Yeah. If there's a window, if he's getting to the window and you know that he can beat the defensive back to the window, you throw to the window and you make him go get that. Yeah. You don't wait till he get in the window and throw it.
Yeah. But again, that's a young guy. You say, well, he's his third year, but listen, he's played in 5 games in his college career. Hadn't had any pressure like that. No. Last year was great for Arch Manning from this perspective. He was a backup, and everybody loves the backup.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the backup.
You don't trust it. What happened is he didn't trust his eyes.
Yeah.
I don't trust my eyes. I got to see it completely done before I release this ball. Trust your eyes, your instinct, and your design.
And listen, let's be honest. He knew who was back there in the defensive backfield too. These guys looked at the tape from listen, these guys are pretty good. I've got to be extra fine.
They got pros back there. They got 1 through first 3 round draft picks back there this year.
Listen, I'm blushing because it's Caleb Downs so much. That dude, he is the absolute truth, man.
Man, you should. Well, I mean, that'll lead us into the next segment. Florida State versus Alabama. Man, oh man, who would have thought? The laughing stock of college football last year comes into Alabama. At home against Alabama, no one thought it was going to happen, other than Lee Corso, by the way. He was the only one to pick Florida State.
Let's be real. He picked all the teams he's ever coached. So
and they all won. They all won yesterday.
Well, I know, but let's just keep it in perspective. He knew it was his last pick.
I want to give a shout out to that as well. That was a very beautiful. That was a great send off. The crowd cheering and everything else. I thought it was great.
So with Lee Corso, 278 and 144 on his mascot pick over the years.
Really,
that's a hell of a record. 278 and 144.
Ramon, did you get to see it? The final?
Yep.
Awesome.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. To the Bama Florida State game, right?
Come on, Darrell. Give me something.